Hello, my name's David Chapin, and today I'm going to present to you a little lesson on how to do a hospice visit. And the title of our presentation today is A Framework for a Hospice Visit. So I'm going to outline 6 steps, and we'll go through each one of those steps now. First step is called the pre-visit. And in the pre-visit, with some things that we need to do before we ever see our patient. Before we see our patient. The first thing is get in touch with yourself and ask yourself, why am I a hospice visitor? Why did I volunteer for this? You're required to take some training. There's not a lineup of people who want to come and visit the sick and the dying. What brought you here? The easiest way to do that is to go in a public hospital. There will be a place called the sacred space. So head to the sacred space, plan to spend 10 minutes thinking about what's important to you, what's your belief system, and why have you made this decision? And how are you going to effectively be with a person who is dying? Some hospitals don't have a sacred space, so you might need to find a quiet space where you can go to be in touch with yourself. So often we're rushed off our feet and we're out of touch with who we are and what we are. Be in touch with that before you start your visit. Next, you need to see somebody called the PCC, Patient Care Coordinator. This is a new term that used to be called the head nurse or the nurse manager. And they're at the nursing station. You can see them. Just stroll up and say, hello, my name's David, and I'm a hospice visitor. And I'm wondering if there's anything I should know before I go visit patients. They may say nothing. They might say, don't see Mrs. Smith. She had a rough night last night, and she doesn't want anybody. Secondly, you want to see the nurses of the patient. So the way that hospice and palliative care run, there are 4 patients per nurse. So, and it's organized. So you've got rooms 1, 2, 3, 4, nurse A. Rooms 5, 6, 7, 8, nurse B. So see those nurses and say the same thing. I'm a hospice visitor and I'm going to be visiting some of your patients today. Is there anything you'd like me to know before I start? You might get something as simple as, don't visit Mr. Roberts today. He's on the bedpan right now. But you need to know this before you barge into somebody's room. Other people that you need to at least have a quick relationship with are people who are vital to the care of the patient. And the primary person that has that responsibility is the hospice doctor. Then there are people like the physiotherapists, the respirologists, the dietitians, important people who sometimes are left out. The room cleaners, the food servers, and the porters. They're offering invaluable information before your visit. Another important person, of course, is a spiritual care practitioner. These are professionals that you should have at least a hello, Dr. Edward, with. The next step takes place in the public zone. And the public zone is about 10 feet from the patient. So it begins with, if you stand at a patient's door, they're about 8, 10 feet away from where you are. This is where this begins. So this is step number 2. So it begins with a knock at the door jam. Hello, I'm David Chapin, and I'm wondering if you'd like a visit today. So there's 3 things that you have to convey in this opening session. Who are you? What are you? And why are you there? Who are you? Hello, I'm David Chapin. What are you? I'm a hospice visitor. Why are you there? I'm wondering if you'd like a visit today. So it would look something like this. Hello, my name is David Chapin. Who I am. What am I? I'm a hospice visitor. And what am I doing? I'm wondering if you'd like a visit today. Once you've accomplished that, you can move into the room. So we've covered 2 steps now. The first step was the pre-visit. And the second step was just to stand at the door and knock and tell the patient who you are, what you are, and why you're there.